Soldierboy here, and today is Nations Cup. If you've seen the previous videos this week so far, it's been a decent week in the daily races. It's been fun, it's been good, and we've managed to get ourselves back to C class. The only problem with today's daily Nations Cup race is I've done no practice whatsoever. So we've got a little while before the race starts. 20 to 10 race we're going to do. My thinking is, if we finish, I don't know, 15th or below, depending on lap times and stuff, we'll do the 11 o'clock, but we'll have to wait and see what happens, I think. So we'll do free practice, like I say, it's 22, I've not done this track, and I've decided, after looking through my English Group 4 cars, there's the choice between the Jaguar, the Aston Martin Vantage, or the McLaren 650S. So I was umming and ahhing, I normally would just go with the Vantage, just off the bat. It's a brilliant car to use for English. But I noticed that the McLaren has a lot more acceleration. Everything else is near enough the same. It's the acceleration that's different. So what I thought was, do the first race, see how we get on, and if we do badly, I'll do the second race but go back to the Vantage. Jaguar, out of the question. It's just not a good car, it's slow, it's not brilliant. Hello to Nighthawk. Yeah, the Jaguar is just, it's not something I'd want to use. I just think it's just not worth the effort. I have watched a stream of this earlier, someone else's race, really slow, and he managed to do, I think the lap time roughly was a 2:03 for him. When he did it, the times are still the same, so the record times are still 2 minutes. So we're aiming for 2:05. I like to be within 5 seconds, so 2:05. I've never driven this car and I haven't done this track, so it's going to be interesting. Let's see how we get on. This is practice for the race. Yeah, within 5 seconds is kind of my aim. It's going to be tough not knowing the track. But like I say, I have watched the stream, so strategy wise, I'm thinking, what am I thinking? I'm thinking mediums, slow to start, mediums to finish possibly, or mediums to start. Yeah, I'm in two minds at this point. I think really slow did he did mediums first, got bogged down with people, so then changed, brakes far too early for the corner. He changed his mind through the race because of his positioning. I also am aware that the first corner is a nightmare at the start of the race. I'm fully aware there is a lot of crashes on that first corner, but that's something we'll have to contend with, depending on qualifying position, of course. That will play a big part, I think. Yeah, so I don't know whether to go for a strategy of mediums first, or we could do the softs 5 laps and then swap onto the mediums. It's a slower tyre to end the race on, which is never brilliant, but then I don't like starting on the slower tyre either. So it's a tough decision, to be honest. Not a clean lap, but this is definitely a sighting lap for myself. Like I say, I've not done this race or this track, so I am trying to learn the track as I go and get used to the car. It's a brand new car for myself. I literally bought it just before I started the live stream, so it is a new one, but we'll get used to it. It's got good braking. I probably don't need to brake as early as I am, as early as the cones kind of suggest. And like I say, the aim lap time was a 2 to 2:05. And for the first sighting lap, what are we going to be? We're going to be a 2:10, so 5 seconds off, but that's not too bad considering getting used to tracking the car. I'm braking far too early. I found that out very early on. I braked far too late there. So this will not be a good lap. Come on. Turn the car. We'll have to start again, which is not a problem. It wouldn't reverse. Normally it would just reverse. I didn't want to know. Got to keep an eye on the time, obviously, so we'll need to join. But it doesn't change anything really. Just got to beat the 2:10. This car has got very good acceleration, and to be fair, the stability is pretty good. It was on par with the Aston Martin. The only thing that beat the Aston Martin was acceleration. It's 0.1 off top speed. Massively missed the apex there. So the cones are too early, so we just need to find the braking point. Yeah, it was 0.1 off the Aston Martin for top speed, but the acceleration was a lot better. So that's the thing we got to think about. This lap's a throwaway lap by the looks of things. It's very good under braking, I've noticed. Don't need to worry about traction control. If you watch your videos, you'll see what I had to do with traction control just to get the power down on some of the daily races. No issues with this car at all. And I think this is probably the first McLaren I've used, to be honest. Trying to get it round the corner without touching the gravel. Yeah, this will be nowhere near on the 2:10 we set before. Cutting the grass there, probably not the best idea. Might get a warning for that, or a penalty. So about 9:30 I'll join the race. Obviously it's 20 to 10. We've got qualifying as well. Yeah, the power, it's immediately down. That's really nice. Probably don't need to brake as heavily there. Yeah, it's going to be nowhere near our first one, but then we're wide in the first corner. So I'm not too worried at this point. Like I say, aim is a 2:05, with the best times in the world being a 2. Hit the apex nicely there. See if we can get the rest of the lap to go together nicely. Bit of throttle control around the corner here. Skidding a little bit more than I want to. Completely different doing it in practice like this and then going cars around you though, I must admit. That first corner I'm expecting it to be a nightmare, but depending where I qualify, depending how I take it, if we qualify low, then I'll stay back, I'll hold off and let the chaos ensue ahead of me. I'm not worried about that at all. Don't mind dropping back. Strategy, I'm a bit unsure. We're on the softs currently in practice at this point. So whether to start on the slower tyre, which is the mediums, or go start on the softs, but it depends what tyre you want to finish on, that's the thing. this point. That's what I'm trying to make my decisions. So it wasn't a good corner for us there. We had nearly 2.5 seconds up though on our previous lap, so we should beat the record that we set already. We'll beat 2:10. I think it'll be about 2:09. Yeah, 2:95. So it's an improvement of half a second of our best. Not bad for getting to know the car. I missed the braking point as I was too busy thinking about time. So what we're going to do, we're also, if you haven't realised, in C class, so the points should be a lot better than we've done previously. We missed a few races due to work. So the points should be a lot better. We will have a quick look at my points standing before we join the race. If we go, if I press the right buttons, it does help, admittedly. Nations Cup. So yeah, the first race we got 4 points, second race 7, fourth race 9. Not brilliant, but they're very low, mainly because I didn't finish high. I think I was maybe a top 10 in there, I think, but mainly because I was D class. Obviously, the higher you are driver rating, the higher up or more points you will get. We've missed a race due to work, so this is the 6th round, so the top 2 results will be taken as of round 6, so we need to beat 9 points. That's kind of our aim at this point. So we can enter the race now, and as I said, we're going to use the McLaren, but if we finish 15th or below, I will do the 11 o'clock race, but I will do it in the Aston Martin. So it's going to be interesting. Like I say, I don't know the track. I've just spent 2 laps around it and that's it. My best are 2:09, which isn't brilliant, but that's 9.5 seconds off the top times in the world. I like to be within 5. You know, a bit of practice, we may just get there. The car itself, pretty happy so far. It's stable, it's fast. Brakes are pretty good. I could probably do with adjusting the brake balance a little bit, actually, to be honest. But it is very hot on the brakes. I'm just worried about wearing the tyres, and I still haven't really figured in my head's tyre strategy at this point. That's a good point. Let's have a look. Brake balance. I don't want to move it too to the front. Does mean it's a mid-range car, so I'm not worried about tyres being front-wheel drive. Traction control is off, so let's try a lap and take the braking points. It's already quite good on brakes anyway, but I might mean I can brake a little bit later, which I'm expecting dive bombs throughout the race. I know, having watched the stream, I know roughly what to expect. C class should be better, there's no guarantee. So even braking past the 100, you go off. Okay, good to know. So you want to brake about the 100 board mark by the looks of things. So this will be a throwaway lap. Just looking at brake balance and just trying to make sure that I got that correct. Minus 2 is about right. The back end doesn't really go out from underneath you, so I don't have to worry too much about that. I'd say the acceleration is what makes this car really good. I think the top cars in this race is the 4C, most people's using, but I'm trying to stick to my Great Britain Does Nations Cup theme. and I've managed it so far. And it's nice to use something different. Like I say, I've not used the McLaren before, so it's quite nice to try something different. I've got to be a bit careful on that curb. We are on the soft tyres, I believe, at the minute for practice. Shouldn't brake there really, I didn't need to, it should be throttle control. Should be able to take this full throttle as well. Get onto the curb, nice. Ignore lap time at this point, obviously. The first corner we didn't do was testing out brake bias, and that was far too much braking. Could have braked a lot later there. We've got 8 minutes to try and hit my braking points and figure it out. As a C-rated drivers, I would expect qualifying 2 is the record. I was seeing A plus S drivers do 202s. I'm fully expecting 205 to be probably a good benchmark, maybe a 24. So that's kind of the rough aim, like I say, a 205, 5 seconds within the top times, which is my normal aim. So that is what I'm aiming for at this point. Probably too much speed into there. Hopefully a lot of my mistakes will be made up for the fact this car does accelerate very well. At this point, in a race that's not going to work as much with worn tyres, but hopefully by then I've actually got used to the car. It's not advisable going into the Nations Cup with a brand new car and a track you're not used to and hope for the best. It's not something I'd normally do myself either, but I kind of made a last minute decision to change, to be honest. Just see if it pays off. 5 seconds up on our faraway lap. Taking that corner better there. All full throttle. I think the -2 brake balance is definitely making a difference. Like I say, acceleration is really good on this. I am braking a little bit too early in places. That's the only thing I've got to try and work on. And that was a little bit too low. I want to massively cut that corner. I'm expecting a penalty now for that. Yeah. And this probably would have been my best lap as well. That's okay. Give us a good benchmark. We know what we did. I braked too late. I was pushing the boundaries a little bit too much. So 208. So yeah, I probably gained a little bit by the speed I took through the corner by cutting it. So I understand the penalty was deserved. I'm probably thinking an 8.5 possibly if we take off the advantage. Still a good improvement. Don't want to be skidding too much speed into the corner. I suppose you could say the tramp is slightly damp. It looks it, but I think that could just be the sheen off the sun, to be honest. We're gonna... I don't know how this car is going to handle tyre wear. That's my other issue as well. So maybe I will start on the mediums and go onto the faster tyre towards the end. And go for aim 5, lap 5 or 6 possibly, to change. We'll see how qualifying does. I think if we qualify high, we'll have no choice but to go for the softs because we need that advantage straight away. If we qualify low, the mediums is probably the long-term best strategy. Get that corner nicely there. Just trying to get the car to turn in. I've hit the gravel a little bit. It's not unsteady the car. I managed to hold it well though. That's what I got the penalty for last time, cutting that corner. Won't be a brilliant time, but that's okay. We've got 3 minutes to go, so we've probably got time for one more probably decent lap. So this is probably it to see what a true race pace is like. And we mess up the first corner. Yeah, not the best way to try and get a decent race pace value. Don't want to be doing that in the race. I won't have any tyres left, to be honest. Yeah, we'll have to see how qualifying goes. I'm hoping for top 10 qualifying, and I think soft start. Anything further back of the grid wise, 10 plus, we'll probably look for medium start, I think. It's probably the way to look at it. Riding the curves nicely. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. If we can stay out of trouble at the first, that's going to do us a massive favour, and hope everyone else has some issues. Touch of brakes just to get the car to turn in there. The more laps I do, the better I'm getting, faster I'm getting. The car's lovely, I must admit. I'm really surprised and happy with the car. I'm very, very impressed, having not driven this car. Not driven any of the McLarens really, to be honest, but the car is lovely. Probably a bit late on the acceleration there. What we're going to get? 209.9, so not best, not brilliant, but it's okay. I know we're going to run out of time to complete another lap, but let's just see what we could possibly get. Brake just before the 100. Better corner, slightly missed the apex, but better. Throttle control round bend. I have to brake for this one. This one, I'm going to have to take some speed off just to get it to come round. And the same for this one. This is the tight corners right at the start are what are going to cause issues for people. You kind of want to not be in a group at that point. I wonder if throttle control will be better around there rather than full on braking. Trying to avoid going on track gravel. I think if I touch the gravel you're going to unsettle the car too much, but taking quite nicely. I don't think it's going to allow us to finish the lap. 14 seconds, yeah, probably not, but we're roughly a second and a half up, so we'd say a 2:08 would have been roughly the time for this lap, so it's not quite within the realm I want it to be at this point, but then with lack of practice I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, I would have said my fastest would have been a 2:08. There we go. So we're going to go for qualifying. We do need to check points on offering. Like I say, I think 9 points is my highest score, which isn't brilliant, but something to work with. So it's a variety of cars. I'm really surprised. Having seen the top cars, there's a couple of 4Cs, there's an Italia, there's a Cayman, Audi TT, M4, wow. Yeah, there's a few. And I haven't got the lowest points on the board. As I say, this is C-Class, so more points on offer, but a harder race. It's got the highest, there's a 74. even a 07 in the Italia, 72 by late G993 in the 4C. I'm glad people are trying different cars. Like I say, for me it's a personal challenge. We want to go for British cars for British, representing Britain in the Nations Cup. Only one of a British driver as well. So let's check the points on offer. So, wow, points. So if I finish last, I get 7 points. 19th is 9. So actually, we could near enough double our points tally straight away with a decent finish here. So always aim for top 10. 23 points for top 10. Wow, that is cool. So yeah, we can actually get a lot more points than normal here. Could be an interesting race. We shall see what happens. I should go out and warm up, to be honest. Let's just check what tyres we're going to go for. We're going to go softs in qualifying. 6.1, 4.6, 3.5, 3.5, 6.1. Oh, because it's knocked everything down because of the balance of power. Obviously, some of they're a lot lower than they were when I bought the car, and I upgraded it as well. But that's okay. I should go out and warm up, to be honest, to get used to track a bit more, but I'm not. I'm going to relax for a minute and just give myself a chance. A lot of Spanish, and the stream I watched earlier where Weedy Slow did this race, the Spanish weren't very nice. I think that's a massive understatement, but yeah, they weren't pushing and shoving quite a lot. That's definitely something to watch out for, especially some of the tight early corners. But that's why a good qualifying that will help. It's just going to be a case of trying to work out tyre strategy. So I'm thinking top 10 qualifying position, start on the softs, probably 4 laps, maybe 5 mediums, 10th or above or below, whichever way you want to look at it. It will be mediums, change about lap 6, depending on the tyres. Obviously, if we get spun out, that's going to massively change our tyre strategy. We'll see what happens. But here we are for qualifying. In theory, 5 minutes should be 2 laps. An out lap and 2 good laps. Some people qualifying on mediums, that's not good. We do want slipstream. Slipstream would massively help in qualifying, though I've not allowed for that in learning the track. So it will be interesting. I'm going to brake for the first. I'm trying to let him go, but he doesn't want to go. There you go. Does now. Obviously I want slipstream, that will massively make a difference to lap time. We're keeping the -2 brake balance, I think that's important. Don't want them to break slipstream, so I've got to be a bit wary of what I'm doing here. Whoa, got onto the outside there. I've got to be wary of that in the race then. Didn't realise that was a thing. Need to catch back up. Like I say, the acceleration in this car just saved me a lot. I know the 4C is pretty quick as well. Car ahead goes very wide in the corner, but that's okay. We're going to keep it nice and tight. Need to be within 1.5 seconds for the slipstream. Obviously it's not going to tell me what I'm behind, so I just got to hope I am, but I've got to allow for under braking obviously as well. But this is only the out lap, so we're okay. Still think I'm slow around that corner. I probably could just use throttle control more. I don't want to be too slow behind these cars, because I want the slipstream. But I've also got the issue of I do want 2 laps and I want 2 decent laps. I don't want to be struggling behind them when I could be going faster than them. They're blocked into a corner. That is something I've got to be aware of at this point. Probably went a little bit deep into the corner there, which isn't good for my qualifying lap. Have to see how we go with it. It's great on the outside there, I had to be careful of. That's where I kind of nearly spun it last time. Just giving a little bit around the corner there. We have got a car on our tail, so he's gaining slipstream out of us. I am going to move aside if he wants to go. I'm not going to try and block him, although I think he's going to block my entrance to the corner here. No, I don't want to block him because there's no need to. But I also don't want him to upset our lap, although we went too deep for the first corner. This is going to be a banker more than anything else. I don't like hoping for one lap does it all, but I don't think we're going to have much choice because of how deep I went into the first. 2 good laps is always better, but we'll see. At least we'll get an idea of what everyone else is doing. Like I say, in practice, I think my best theoretically would have been a 2:08. Which isn't too bad, not as good as I would have liked it, but car to turn. Okay, so brake later into the corner. I think that was definitely quicker. Car behind us is on a tail. I'm going to take the outside now. I want him to go past. He's just struggled to actually do so. I'm not competing for him. I just don't want to mess my own lap up. I'm definitely a lot quicker acceleration than he is. Quite happy to take the slipstream. We're going to do a 2:10.4. We know we can go quicker. So this is it. This is the time we have to do a good lap. We missed the first corner braking zone last time. Definitely got it this time. Probably too early. And we're going to be hit as well. That's going to mess up my qualifying lap right there. All because someone went in too hard into the braking zone. That was a little touch by myself on the car on the outside, which was my fault. And with deep. Yeah, we're not going to have a good qualifying now. That's our qualifying, I would have said gone. Oh, that was poor as well. Me just trying to take the corner. It was completely my fault. I was just trying to take the corner. But 5 seconds off the pace. So the top time, I was right, at 2:05 is actually the best time so far. Which is kind of what my aim was. This lap will be nowhere near that. Too many issues, too many incidents. With 10 seconds, yeah, we're going to drop to near enough last, I think, on the grid. Be surprised if we don't. So just, hopefully it means we'll miss the first corner madness and hopefully take some advantage of it. That is the only thing with qualifying. You don't know how good this lap's going to be. And I'm assuming not very. Trying to let him go. Probably all crashed out ahead of us. I am expecting a better calibre of driver considering it's a C race, but there's no guarantee on that. Just managed to make the corner, I think. Time wise, yeah, I don't think it's even going to be anywhere near as good as our first lap, which was shocking. And that was a 2:10, no. Too many mistakes on the second qualifying lap. I'm expecting to be down. Probably even further than that, to be fair. 2:05 is the best time, which was kind of what I was expecting. We're going to 18th currently. So, strategy will be mediums. Mediums to start, softs to finish. Hope to take advantage to during the pit stop phase, and also within the first few corners where I think will be incidents. Like I said, top 15 finish. No 11 o'clock race, but I may do a daily race or two afterwards. We'll see how we go. I'm going to start on mediums. Come on. Thank you. There we go. That's that. Yeah, we're going to start on mediums. Hopefully people adhere to tyre strategy, although if they don't and it promotes us, brilliant. Yeah, 205 was the best. I did say this would be the case. If we'd done what we did in qualifying, theoretically, 15th. So not brilliant. I needed that 205. But yeah, 15th or below, 15th to 20th, we'll do the 11 o'clock. If we are higher than 10th or higher, I definitely won't. And 10th to 15th, I'll think about it. And it's just going to depend how much I enjoy the race and how it goes, and whether I change car and things. I'm going to score a lot more points than I normally would anyway, so that's definitely something for this race. Although after the race I could be better positioned to do the race at 11 because I'll know the track. I don't know. I'm kind of in two minds. We'll see how it goes. If it is just a complete cluster at every corner, might change my mind, but we'll see. So let's get ready for the grid walk. It's a weird angle for that camera to come in there for the grid walk. Not seen that one before. So 4C in pole, which was to be expected. Another 4C in second. Subaru. Another 4C. I expect to see more 4Cs, to be honest. The other Great British guy is 4th place. That's not bad. Also paying attention to the numbers next to their flag, because in theory, if we go by the normal means of GTSport, that's where you expected to finish. I'm interested to see what my number is. If it's 20, I'm laughing. It's better than 20, not so much. Another Megane. There's a few Meganes, I've seen a few of those. They are pretty good on this. I'd say with the McLaren that I'm driving, I have no idea of tyre wear. Whereas the Aston Martin I normally use is pretty good on tyre wear. Mitsubishi, nice livery. I will say, McLaren does look nice. So this is us. What number are we going to be? 5th. So in theory, anything lower than 5th, we're going to lose driver rating. That's not brilliant, but we'll see what happens. Alright, false starts as well, so we've got to be aware of this. So we are for the Nations Cup. So I'm still getting used to that. I've got 2 chances of doing okay, in theory. False start by number 16 there, and I've got to I tried to avoid him, I couldn't get past him. That wasn't good for me. I've got damage front and back as well. I'm allowing everyone to ram everyone else, and I've gone a little bit too deep. Gained some positions already on that start. We have got damage front and back, which was to be expected considering the car in front of me false started and then stopped. Don't know why you'd stop considering you've already got a penalty. But we've got ourselves up to 12th position. So a decent start, although not the way I wanted to. Like I say, a few punts for myself as well. And we're on the slower tyre, remember. Aiming to go lap 5 or 6, but we will see what happens, I think. As we're on the harder compound tyre, the slower tyre, we've just got to try and keep pace with this lot. I still think there'll be a few more incidents ahead of us, the way everyone's grouped up. We've got definitely some damage to the back. You can see the car has fixed itself now, so we've got that back. Someone's just been shoved off into the gravel there. Got someone on the outside, he's got nowhere to go. We're going to have to... We got hit from behind as well there. Trying to hold 14th. We're going to give him room on the inside there. Not overly worried at this point. Kind of had nowhere to go. We got a little pump from behind which didn't help things. We got damage to the rear again just after it fixed itself. Back down to 15th, but then we kind of let off in the corner just to give people room. I've got a lot better acceleration, I would assume, than some of these cars. Damage has fixed itself again. So first lap done, and yes, carnage. 18th place grid start, and we're now up to 15th. We're going to brake for the first. No punt this time at least. Car ahead of me is braking. We're going to need... Everyone's quite close together still. Which gives us a good chance of keeping up with people. I had to take it off track a little bit. That car decided not to brake for the corner, which is a bit silly. We couldn't avoid him either, to be fair. I've been punted from behind. We're going to lose every position we just made up now. We got rear damage again due to that. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a pump fest, but I didn't expect to be that bad. We've got a lot of making up to do now. Right, dead last. Let's see what we can do now. Tyres are dirty, which doesn't help, and that's what happened in that corner, to be honest. Dirty tyres, so I can make them clean again, even better. But yeah, we have got a lot of making up to do. But I think I won't be the only incident that happens. We're 21 seconds behind the leader at this point. Yeah, I fully expect others to have more issues yet. It's definitely going to be a game of catching though. Softs won't make it already, that's the thing. I can't pit for softs already, which is annoying. I may have to come in earlier than I was planning to though. Like, oh, I misjudged that corner, I'm going to get a penalty for that. Easily a penalty. Didn't get a penalty for cutting that corner. I'm highly surprised at this point. But it's going to be the last of first challenge now. Not that I ever think I'm going to finish first. I let off the brakes there when I shouldn't have done. That's a bad first corner. At this rate, we're not catching anyone. I got to get this together. As it stands, I'm doing horrendously. The 11 o'clock race is looking like a foregone conclusion at this point, which isn't a problem. I don't mind doing it. It would have just been nice to score nicely and not worry. Those things can change. We need to catch the car ahead of us. And everyone is still fairly bunched up until pit stops come in. I think they probably will stay like that. Didn't take enough speed off into the corner. We're falling further behind the car ahead as well. Well, at least we should have a good SR rating after all this, because clear air and nothing to worry about at this point. Someone's in the pits already on his softs. They didn't last as long as I thought they would. So, whether we'll keep 19th, I don't know. No, still ahead of us. There's a yellow flag though, someone has gone off ahead. And someone else has got a penalty. Still going too deep in that corner. Maybe I should brake when the cones are. Because I am still losing a lot of time at that first corner. So the car in 19th has already done his pit. Extremely early, although it's only a short race to be honest. So I've been punted off. Isn't helpful. If it wasn't for the gravel and being punted off into it, we were doing okay. Could have been better, it could have been a lot worse. Not to make excuses, it's our own fault at the end of it. The damage on the car at the start didn't help us, which was trying to avoid the car who false fired and then decided to stop. But no excuses, gonna make the best of it. I think I'm gonna go, tyres are not too, on a end of lap 6 I think, for softs, only because I'm worried about tyre wear, and if the mediums aren't already doing brilliantly 4 laps in, I wouldn't expect the softs to do much better. Keeping pace with the leader to a degree, he's not getting massively away from us. So we have got some pace. More people coming to the pits now. .211 again, so we're about 211 standard on medium tyres. Can I risk coming in end of this lap? Missed the braking point. Too busy thinking about tyres to be honest. He's got a penalty, I'm sure he's not going to care we're there, so we've got to be a bit wary of him. Nope, he's not going to care we're there, as it's just proven by punching me already. He's got a 2-second penalty. I'm not racing it, I'm just trying to actually get back onto the car ahead, but I want to try and avoid him. He's gone off again. Trying to stick to my own race at this point. Tyres, yeah, they're going. I think end of this lap we're going to pit for softs. See what we can do. I fully expect us to finish last, unless people leave, which they probably will. I fully expect to finish last, which isn't an issue. So like I say, we have got the 11 o'clock race. and now we're a bit more used to track and tyre wear. Whether I stick to this car or not, I'm not too sure at this point, because I like the car. 2 cars off ahead of us, including the Great British driver there. Not too sure what happened to him. I do like the car, I just don't know if the Aston Martin would be better. Well, it can be a bit squirrely at times, the back end can flick out. Alright, we're pitting. Go to softs, we don't need to refuel. So whether the softs will last, that's the other issue. So we didn't lose as much as I thought we would on that. This is a guy who punted us while he had penalties last time. So you've got to be wary of him, he didn't seem to care. People have been having pit stops as well, so people will have fresh tyres. We're now on the soft, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of lap times we can get. A 2:07 is the top time so far, which isn't brilliant. Qualifying was a 2:05. What I'll probably do after the race is do a bit of practice with the Aston Martin and just see. Got a bit on the edge there, didn't want to do that. If we can get the Aston Martin to do a few laps, see how we get on. Cold tyres, not good. See how that handles the track and then decide I'm going to do car wise. Another Great British driver ahead of us. He's not had a very good day like we have, to be honest. The only downside, I may lose my C rating, or I'm going to drop massively down in it. Mainly because it said I've got number 5 on the side of the car. As we all know, that determines where it thinks you're going to finish. And I'm obviously not going to finish in 5th. So that may cause me some problems. Although if I go into D, it's fine. I worked hard to get back to C in the dailies, but it happens. I wasn't expecting to stay there forever. Would have been nice to last longer than a couple of races though. So the other British driver pitting now. We're on our softs, on our out lap. Definitely quicker on the softs. I can feel the car, it's a lot different to drive. We are gaining some places. We're 18th currently. So I kept thinking I was braking too early for that first, but actually I was going deep a lot of the time. I've gone wide on this one. So actually I don't think I was braking early, because I was going so deep it was causing me issues. So now it's all about using this race as a practice, I think, for the 11 o'clock, if anything. Probably late on the acceleration there, but I just want to make sure I can make it around the corner well. But yeah, if we can use this as practice for the 11 o'clock, even better. Penalty for the guy ahead. Just need to use a little bit of braking, let's get the car to turn in there. Let off the accelerator. Probably took a little bit too much speed in the corner, brake very late. And probably a little bit too late on the acceleration there as well. 2:09, that's our best lap of the race. We know we can go quicker. We are up to 17th though, although it's mainly down to pit stops, to be honest. Yeah, no excuses. I know there were some issues at the start, and being hit into the gravel doesn't make for a good race. But yeah, I've made mistakes as well, to be honest. That first corner I've really struggled to get to grips with the braking point. That's something I've got to figure out. Yeah, although the car's got very good acceleration, don't think I'm utilising it as much as I probably should. Yeah, I've been overtaken on the outside there. I would have a better run out the corner. Oh, and I've just took it just too tight and hit the inside, so that would teach me. Car's now going to the left while it's damaged. 2 laps to go. Fuel's definitely not an issue in this race. The car is damaged on the front. That's my own fault. I was being aware of where he was. I just took it too tight. I'm not overly worried, like I say. The car's fixed itself anyway. We're going to do the 11 o'clock. This now is practice just to try and get some idea. Tyres have gone. So that's an interesting. Tyre wear on this car is shocking by the looks of things. I feel the mediums go off. And now I've got the softs have gone off. And they only did... So we do pit the end of lap 5. So start of lap 6. So only 3 laps. So we needed to go lap 7, ideally. The tyres for this car. So whether to keep this car for next race or Aston Martin. That's going to be the big decision. But yeah, tyres are shot. And to be fair, that last lap was my own fault. I was going too tight, hit the inside barrier. Just going to have to remember our fastest lap, which 2:09.2 theoretically was a 2:08. See what the Aston Martin can do. Tyre wear is a completely different story, and I can't replicate that in practice. So that's something we're just going to have to deal with. If this race is anything to go by, mediums for longer. Currently in 17th place. One person has quit. I'm assuming they're ahead of us because I think it was 18th a minute ago. Like I say, this is now turned into our warm-up race. I think we'll score more points, be our best ever score, even in 17th because of the C rating, but I don't know how much driver rating I'm about to lose, which will affect things to the next race. We roughly know the qualifying time for this standard is a 2:05, so that's something. But yeah, left front is completely shot at this point. I think I'm comfortable in 17th. I can't see me losing unless I make a severe mistake, but you never know. But yeah, definitely feel the tyres. The rears are okay. I suppose that is also the problem. I do allude to this a little bit, that I'm using automatic gears as I'm on a controller. Still give it within 5 seconds of a lot of qualifying of the world record times, which I'm pretty happy with myself. But tyre wear becomes an issue because you can't control it as easily by short shifting. That is the thing. Right, we're going to finish the race under that. Not going to make the mistake of going too tight there again. Going across the line for 17th place finish in the Nations Cup. So not brilliant at all. But like I say, '16th, someone didn't change the tyres. You're an idiot, sir. Georgie 0594. You are an idiot. In the TT. Yeah, wasn't what I was looking for. 16th we actually ended up in the end. We will get a decent points. 14 points for that. We were meant to finish 5th though. This is my concern. So we've got 40 minutes until the next race. My best lap was a 2:09. Poor. We've kept our C rating. Thank God for that. I thought we weren't going to. We beat the other British guy. So there's some small victories here. The car was lovely, fast, but tyres went so quickly on that. And our best lap was really poor. The winner did a 2:06. Yeah, we can do better in 16th. So we will do the 11 o'clock race. That is a definite. What I want to do, I could do the group 4 as a warm-up. It's the Aston mine. I've got 10 minutes. I can do a couple of laps in the Aston just to see what happens. I've got the Veyron as well. Did like the Audi TT yesterday as well, but it's not. They're not English. We've got to stick to English at this point. We're just going to give the Aston Martin a lap or two. Try and do a daily race in between, and then we'll do the 11 o'clock race at this point. Yeah, not the result we wanted, but after the start, not too bad. We were last for quite a lot of the race. And considering it's a short race really in effect, because it's only 10 laps. That does change things. So we just want to quickly change to soft tyres for this practice. Luckily we're still in C, so my record is a 2:09.5. I'm pretty hopeful this car will beat it. If not, we'll go back to the McLaren. McLaren was a very nice car. Tyre wear was shocking though. Obviously acceleration, this isn't as good as the previous. Has got a better top speed. And obviously I don't know what's going to happen tyre wear. But we'll see what happens at this point. I don't think we did too badly for a car we didn't know, or a track we didn't know. I think we did okay. And obviously more practice is good. Got to keep an eye on time because I would like to get daily racing in between. To be honest, probably with this car, since I didn't get to do it in the video for daily race B, like I wanted to, because I use the 4C and found traction control does help sometimes. But yeah, it was a good warm-up race, I'll give you that. I think we learned a few lessons, tyre wear being the biggest one. I feel that I'm quicker in this car already. And this is the car I'm used to, that's the thing. Like I say, the acceleration isn't as good on paper as the McLaren, but tyre wear was so bad. And I'm going to have to try and use the McLaren more. Now I've got it. It's another Group 4 car. I don't really use Group 4 as much as I use Group 3, to be honest. It's a shame, really. .285 off the bat. We did make some little mistakes as well. Obviously the issue will be tyre wear, as we don't know. And the aim was a 205. Wasn't the best corner, they got too tight. We're taking some of these corners a bit too tight and getting on the grass, which will slow me down. Curbs you don't really have to worry about. Yeah, 207. I know what I'm doing wrong. I know what I can improve on. That last corner before the last, I can improve a lot there by cutting it more. It's within the rules, by the looks of it. There's no penalties. Yeah. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to come out of this. Kind of got what I wanted. I'm going to use the Aston Martin. We tried the McLaren. We'll use the Aston Martin for the next race. And we're going to go and use the Aston Martin now. In daily race B. I didn't want to hurt the workout car, but we'll do it. We'll see what we get. Mazda Roadster S. Okay. I wanted the Formula 1 car. I don't think I've got one, to be honest. We didn't want to come into this. No, what am I doing pressing one button tonight? We're 2 minutes, okay. So this will be half past. It's a 15-minute duration. We should have enough time. I don't want to miss, obviously, Nations Cup. Second race, we're going to go for... I'm just checking the app to see how much driveway I lost. I lost about 200, I think. No, I lost 900 for that last race. So that's something. I enjoyed using the Audi TT, didn't I? Do we use the Vantage? We didn't get to do the Vantage, did we? In the last video. Mainly because I got the 4C to do something I didn't realise I could get it to do. I managed to actually put the power down. So, there's not much point doing practice. So there's not enough time for a lap and it won't let us now. So, we are... Just going to let the time run out for a minute. So yeah, I think we definitely learned some lessons. Like I say, I did like the McLaren. I will have to use it in more Group 4 races. It is a nice car. The tyre wear is horrendous. It'd be interesting to see how it does on this track, to be honest, with the acceleration. That would be an interesting one. That's like, depending on how much time I've got before I start work at the end of the week. I'll see if I get a few races in with it, see how I get on. Right, so just 30 odd seconds, we can do daily race B in the Aston Martin, which we didn't get the chance to do in the video I posted earlier on in the week. So we'll, earlier in the week, what am I talking about? It's this morning, wasn't it? I'm losing my track of days. It's the problem with days off. I'm not used to having them. Yeah, so we'll do daily race B, and then the aim is to do the 11 o'clock Nations Cup. We finished 16th in the first time in the McLaren. And now Great Britain does Nation Cups. We only use Great British cars. All in all, not a bad race. We learned the McLaren was very quick, but rubbish for tyre wear. We also learned that people decide to push you into the gravel when your race is near enough over very quickly. Admittedly, my other issue I'm going to have with this, qualifying time still gives me a third place start. Nice. Even better. A lot of RCZ. I said 4C with this race, and I was wrong. It's the RCZ that I did well with this race. Yeah, the only thing we don't know is tyre wear for the Aston Martin in the Nations Cup. That will be an issue. That's something we have to work on. Everything else, we don't need to touch anything. It's a good start on the grid at least. I know the track. I'm trying to remember it from when I did the video. It should be okay. And this car is pretty good. I don't know if it's as fast as the 4CZ. Pardon me. But yeah, just a little bit of practice before we go back to the Nations Cup, to the final race. We've got to beat 16th, otherwise we're going to score less points than we would have done if we'd left it where we were. I'm pretty confident I can get a better qualifying time with the Aston Martin. Pretty confident. I think we qualified in 18th, didn't we? So the aim is to better that. So, a decent result here. I didn't quite manage to get the win in my video this morning. I actually filmed that video last night, to be honest. And we didn't quite manage to get the win. We got a couple of second place. So it'd be nice to get a win just before the Nations Cup. Would be very nice. But I'm just doing the Aston Martin because I wasn't including the video because I changed my mind while making the video. So we'll see how we do in this. I'm also getting the power down in this car. Hasn't been an issue. This is where I find out it is. We'll see. And we're off. It's not very often I get to do daily races live, just because of how I do my videos. Which we'll see how we go. Ran from behind. It's not a good start. Just make it through the corner. He shot my tyres to bits. Why do people have to ram? I never understand it. I braked late on the cone, so no reason to think I was braking early. Car going up the inside. And then everyone. Come on, people. That's just ridiculous. So our third place start hasn't really worked out very well. There's still time to come back though. Car's getting out of sorts out of us. Another car gone, we're up to 5th. We're only still on the first lap as well. But yeah, the second corner, the first corner we got hit. It was more the second corner that did us more than anything else. Sliding a little bit wide, got to keep it there. Otherwise we'll get a penalty. The car's a lot more slidey than I remember, to be honest, but it's okay. It's more the under braking. Definitely unsettled the car there. Going over the little caterpillar, I think you call them. So we've got a penalty ahead of us as well. That will make a difference for us. We've got a car behind that is right on our tail. We're going for the tighter line. There's a car on our inside. We're in 6th currently. Been a bit of an argy-bargy race so far. I've gone a lot deeper than I wanted to. On the outside as well, which is not going to be the best place to be. So we've got the inside for the corner. I don't want to lose too much driver aim before the next race, because obviously I want to stay in C for it because of the points. Just don't think this has the speed, to be honest, at this point. I like this car, but I just... under braking I'm lacking. And straight line speed I feel it's a bit... bit iffy. 142. We're going to get hit there. Try and hold it together, which didn't really work very well. And a push from behind, that will help us a little bit. It's been a very scrappy race. I didn't have this yesterday when I was recording, which I'm quite relieved about, considering it wouldn't have made very good videos if it was really scrappy. Right, try traction control. Just help under braking. Very deep there. 10th place. It's not good at all. Because we started in 3rd. I want to lose a lot of driver rating for this. Hopefully we maintain SC rating. Otherwise I've just screwed myself over the Nations Cup. I've got penalty for track limits. That's even worse. I'm going to get another one I think for that. Yeah. This is not going well. I should have just stuck to Nations Cup practice. Yeah, this car is not good on this track. Which is a shame because this car I like as well. Hoping the number on my car is very, very low down. Oh, come on, why did you stop after you hit me? Come on. And we've got a 2-second penalty for that. That's ridiculous. We couldn't avoid him, we couldn't get out of his way. Don't know why he didn't ghost. Our SR rating is going to be smashed to bits because of this. Yeah, I didn't have this trouble last night at all. Yeah, I have not enjoyed doing this race, considering it was just warm up for 11 o'clock. I enjoyed making the video last night that I put on this morning, but yeah, this has been poor. Well, hopefully we can recover some of my safety rating while we finish off the race with clear air. It's the last lap. I'm annoyed at that penalty. 2-second one. Just because he spun. I had nowhere to go. How can I get a penalty when I've got nowhere to go? He was straight in front of me. It is what it is, unfortunately. So must remember this car, I'm glad it wasn't included in the video, because this car is horrible on this track. Just hoping the tyre wear on this is better than the McLaren. We're going to finish the race, 12th place. This is poor, but some things we couldn't have helped. We're going to gain a position 11th place. What's the number on the car? Please be low. 10. Hopefully we won't lose too much for that. Safety rating we're going to lose. Please still be in C because I want the points. I think we are in C. We're still S for safety rating. I think we've just about managed to save it. Lost some safety rating. I will check the app in a sec just to see where we're at. But yeah, the plan is we've got a minute and a half we can join and then we'll do practice. I just want to check the app to see what I just lost. Poor race. Lost 400 driver rating for that. I lost 10 sportsmanship rating. So I'm still in S, just about halfway in S. And we're at a quarter into C now. 5,500. I was 5,900 after the last Nations Cups race. And before that I was 6,800, so I lost quite a bit. But it's okay, these things happen. I know it's not all about driver rating, but the higher you are in the driver rating, the more points you get in the Nations Cup. That's the thing to think about. So let's have a quick look. So my best time is at the Vantage 2:07.3, 7 seconds off. We're just going to wait for it. There's no point doing a practice lap and then coming out to go back in. And then we're going to get some serious 15 minutes worth of practice in the Vantage. We tried the McLaren. Tyre wear was horrendous. I have done Nation Cup races with this. I've done Manufacturers Cup races with the Vantage before. And I didn't find tyre wear an issue. This could change because of the track, admittedly. We shall see. But we'll give it a go. In some ways I was hoping I'd get away with not doing a second race, but then I suppose it is more content. I'll give you that. But we've got to beat 16th. Anything lower than 16th, we've actually lost points come the end of it. So we need to do better than 16th. Top 10 would be nice, especially after everyone went through in the last race. If you didn't see the last race, you didn't watch the first part of the live stream. Qualified in 18th, poor qualifying, a lot of my own mistakes, and then the race we were doing okay. We gained quite a few at the first corner when there was loads of issues. I knew there would be, but we didn't get off the line. We got off the line well, but the car ahead of us false started and we went into the back of him, which wasn't brilliant. And then we were punted into the gravel fairly early on, and that killed our race after that. But it's okay. We now have a chance to try again. Oh, I've got a penalty already, so let's try that again, shall we? I know exactly what I did. So I found, when I've set the fastest lap before, I found cut this, and you can cut back quite nicely. So you can hold the car together. Oh, don't want to be doing that. Yeah, it wasn't good. So too tight isn't good. You can cut that last bit of the second to last corner quite nicely. Alright, let's see what we can do. Got to get a 2:05. That's the aim. I think that'll be the qualifying time to beat again. Good first corner. Although because we caught the inside, I don't think we're going to have best of speed into the straight, but that's okay. Little tackle the brakes there just to keep us going round. I'm sure this car can do it. It's going to be tyre wear, it's going to be the killer on this, I think. But like I say, I've done previous races for tyre changes and tyre wear. It's never been a massive issue with it. Obviously this track is very twisty. It's going to be an interesting one. Not braking for that corner anymore, using throttle control more and more. Just got to get this corner right. If you get it right and no penalty, I think you're laughing. Just getting it right though, that's the key. No, I didn't get it right, I took too much. What would we roughly be? Not brilliant anyway. But yeah. Definitely getting better at that first corner. But yeah, it took too much. The corner out. You can take some, just it's getting that cut right, and in race it's going to be very difficult to time perfectly. But we shall see. We are currently setting up, we were setting about a lap than we did last time round. So I know we can go quicker. I do like the Aston Martins, so both of them are Group 3 and the Group 4, they're lovely cars to drive. They stick to the road nicely. You can have a little bit of a wobble, but that's all down to you and throttle control, but generally they're lovely to drive. Not going to be our best. We're 207s. I think we can do better. And that obviously had a penalty. 500. Half a second, 500 or one about. So, you know, that would have been a new best lap. But I'm not concentrating now at this point. I took it very wide. So yeah, we would have smashed our best lap if we hadn't had the penalty, in theory. This lap is definitely going to be a throwaway lap by the looks of it. Got to not make sure I don't go too wide there, it does cause issues. So obviously, maybe it's not possible to get a 205 in this car, or for me it's not. I'm 7 seconds off fastest times. I thought I could probably get closer to 205. Very scrappy lap this one. I think the fastest lap time of the race itself was a 2.7 last time out. As long as my race pace, I don't know why I broke there, I haven't been braking there for a little while now. Race pace is that pace, that's good. This qualifying pace is going to be important though. I think I'll go pretty similar strategy. If I start low down, we'll start mediums. Okay, we're going to restart. Mainly because I'm not going to have the speed for the next lap. Still going to try and beat that 207. I want to... How are we going to lose? Get a penalty there for that. No, okay, penalty wise. So, yeah, we need to try and get close to a decent lap. I know where we're going wrong. Fixing where we're going wrong is a different story. Using throttle control instead of brake is definitely the way forward in some areas. It is also looking after tyres. Little bits like that aren't going to help the tyres immediately. Using the full width of the track, take as much speed as I can in. Too much speed there, but use the track to keep myself going. Let's use a bit of brake just to get myself around the corner there. Like I've said before, it's a different kettle of fish when you're racing a race with other people. It's changed what you do and how you do it. Oh, bad last corner that. Caught the grass. It took me off there. It's going to mess the lap up. I think I was on for a decent lap at that point as well. Yeah, I think that would have been a decent lap. Maybe it would have been enough, I don't know. But I think it was pretty decent. Throttle control to the braking does work there, a lot better. Too tight on that corner, you lose too much speed going in. So we know that's an issue. Didn't get tight enough either there, so that's going to affect my time. track limit issue there. That's not good. Got 3 minutes till the race. It's okay. I say we're just trying to test boundaries and braking zones. Like completely missing that one. Brake far too early. There's a corner I want to try something out on. I want to see if I can not brake and throttle control it at full speed, and if so, that's probably a faster lap for me. Like that one, I don't brake for that one anymore. There's quite a few corners I'm just trying to stop braking for. This one I do. Careful how wide you get there. This one though. No, I've got to brake. You just take too much speed in. Missed the apex completely. So it can't be too tight, can't be too wide. A few lessons to learn, really. It's been an interesting race. Like I say, you've got to beat 16th. Otherwise, we've thrown away some points. Which I think is doable. It's going to depend on qualifying. Had some very scrappy laps now in practice, so hopefully we'll put it all behind us. And in our last qualifying session, we had some issues with other traffic. So got to brake early for the last corner. Okay. So best was a 2:11. So 20 seconds. It's race time. Nations Cup take 2. This time with the Aston Martin. It's unusual. It's weird actually having 2 chances because previous to them changing the times of the races, it was a 1 try only for me because the time I can actually go online to actually do this was the 9 o'clock. So it's a 20 past 9 race. Was the only race I could do. So it's quite, you know, imagine if I hadn't been able to do it tonight, I would have stuck with 16th. Although it's my highest points total yet, mainly because I'm in C, so there's more points for finishing lower than I'm used to in D. So that would have made a difference. But there's a couple of Vipers in this. I'm just having a look at the cars. There's only a couple of 4Cs. A lot of people have gone for a lot of different cars. And a lot of these people haven't got any points. There's a couple of Ds. There's AD. Yeah. It's going to be an interesting race. Admittedly, the downside to this, if we are numbered highly going in, we have to do well, otherwise we're going to lose a lot of driver rating. And I don't want that. I'm hoping that grid isn't your position on your car from the start, because I'll be in big trouble. The only thing is, because the last race I was I don't want to warm up. I didn't want to warm up. Come out, come out. I want to change my tyres. What am I on? Softs, cool. That's what I was checking. Put me in. Yeah, last time I was think we finished 16th, and I think I was rated 15th, and I wasn't when I looked. So I don't think that's really the number on the car. Might be for this bit. I'll have to have a look when we do the grid walkthrough afterwards. But yeah. So 10th or above or below. It is weird how you say it. 10th to 20th. Start on the mediums for about 6 to 7 laps. It's going to depend on tyre wear. Obviously, the McLaren we did in the first race struggled massively when I changed at the end of lap 5. Pretty sure it was lap 5, and it struggled on the softs towards the end. If we're in the top 10, we'll have to start on softs and change around lap 3 to 4, depending how tyre wear is going. But the reason for that, we need the speed from the start if we start high. But it's going to be an interesting race. The last race where people are at 74 points. No one higher than that. I think 74 was the highest. We haven't got that in this one. And 2 other British drivers. Yeah, could be in for an interesting one. A lot less Spanish drivers as well. So that first corner is going to be the big telltale, to be honest. If we're first in the pit lane, does that mean we get to go out first? Because although we won't have slipstream, it will be something. 5 minutes qualifying, hour lap and plus 2. We're not first now, we're now going down to 10th. But we are out fairly quickly. That's what I like. Cold tyres. We can stay in the guy in third. We can stay in his slipstream, that will help us. Got a bit too on the outside there. Too tight to the inside as well. Got to get these mistakes out of the way in the out lap, otherwise it's going to cost me later on. I think I may have broken slipstream to the car behind. That wasn't a good corner for me. Yeah, I think I have broken slipstream, which is good. We need to keep that. Because I don't want him having my slipstream. But I'm losing the slipstream to the car ahead of me. Yeah, we've got the car behind is out of our slipstream. That's definitely a bonus. He's not going to gain from us. We'll try and catch up number 3 at the minute. Corner doesn't settle the car a bit if you're not careful. Should have braked earlier for the corner. Right. Yeah. We've got no slipstream, and there's a car behind, that's something. Here we go, home for a nice clean banking lap at this point. Gone a bit wide there, it's not good. Held it together nicely though. Keep it tight. Could have been better. So a bit scrappy to start this lap. I got on the outside again. I've got to be careful doing that. It will cause me issues. Don't want to be too tight here. On the power. Still cars behind us, but they're out in slipstream still, I believe. We've gone a bit wide here. If I can keep it together, no. That's our lap gone. That's our banker lap gone now. Come on. That's not good. That's a banker lap disappeared. So we've got one lap now to get decent timing. Just went too wide in the corner. Fine there for the position, which on a qualifying lap, not ideal. Gonna be poor for myself. 2:19, poor. But 8th, I don't know how we're down to 10th. We need a decent lap now then. We're going to have slipstream, but we need a decent lap. Better first couple of corners there. Probably a bit wider than I would have liked. But we did spin, so we've still got it all to do. Not the best line through there, that's not going to help us. 12 seconds off the lead. Going to be tough, I think, to get a decent grid start. But then we know the strategy if we don't. It's not a problem. And we do want to avoid chaos in that first corner. That's the big thing. And there we are, 6 seconds up. What are we going to be? It's not going to be a best ever lap. We are going to improve though. Depends who else is still to finish. That is going to be the question. We could still lose a few positions, I think. Currently 16th. We qualified 18th last time. Worst qualifying laps, but then we lost the first lap. Right, so we qualified in 16th. Not brilliant. I am considering whether we picked the wrong car at this point, but there's nothing to do now. We will start on the mediums like we planned, finish on the softs. We're going for the long race at this point. Yeah, I don't know, at this point. 2:10.5, a 2:07 would have put us top 10. The best lap was a 2:06. Yeah, we kind of let ourselves down there, but that's okay. We can. That's their pace in qualifying. In theory, we should have a better race of it. We know the race. We've done it. The tyres are the unpredictable bit. We shall see. We also know we're better than the lap time, so it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be close, I think. It's just going to be a case of just trying to decent, clean race. But yeah, 16th hopefully, like, keeps us out of trouble in the first corner. We'll see. Right, I mean, let's see what number we are. But we aim is 16th above to beat last time. Otherwise it's going to be a weighted race. There's a massive difference in cars here as well. Not many people have gone for the 4C, which we know is the fastest. The Gran is not far behind it though. There's the Gran there. We do need to finish high as well. We need some driver rain back. We lost a lot in the last the daily race we did in between and the first Nations Cup race. I don't want to lose C rating. Yeah, but it's gone different. The Audi TT are very good cars. I found daily race speed. I just want to see a number. That's more what I want to see. I want to see where we are. We're coming up. And obviously, it depends how experienced they are. Grid starts with false starts as well. Number one. Number one on the side. That's not good. We could lose a lot of driver rain if we're not careful here. Aim as always, top 10 finish, but we shall see. Okay, got to get the start right. And first corner. Can't believe we got number one on us. Not ideal. A lot of wheel spin off the line there. But a pretty good start from us. This first corner though is going to be a nightmare. Kind of went very, very deep into it. A few penalties around. Best car on our inside's got a penalty as well. It's going to give us no space on the corner there. Up to 10th though. First corner definitely wasn't good for us, but we did okay. We managed to avoid too much trouble. Cars closing in on behind us. No bump from behind as well there. Up to 9th though. 8th is going to take his 4-second penalty. Taking that very tight, tighter than I wanted to. 8th has had a compromised exit out of the corner. He hasn't looked at we're here. Why did he not look? I think he came off the worst of the two of us. Looks like we don't get a penalty for that. People not looking and being aware of cars around them. So up to 8th currently. Glad we didn't get a penalty for something he did. Probably too slow through that corner. We're okay. It's going to be tyre wear is going to be a big thing to keep an eye on. 8th place. Brilliant start. Very, very good start. Now it's just got to settle in. Penalty for the car ahead as well. A decent gap to the car behind us. So it's just going to be a case of tyres and being clean. I think there's still places ahead we can make up as well. Definitely a lot better start than our last race. Car behind is catching, that's something to be aware of, that's okay. They may be on the softer tyre, to be honest. So that could be something. Just curious to when he's going to try and make a move, because that's the thing. Am I going to get a penalty for that? I kind of overcooked the corner. I left him room on the inside there and he still decided to hit me. So we're down at 9th currently. I can't believe he did that. There's no reason for it. Left him plenty of room on the inside. I understand it if I hadn't left him anything, but I did. Ninth position though, we're okay. Yeah, I've got a car just on our tail right now. Obviously, we don't know who's on the faster tyres. And we are on the mediums. We're going to get punted from behind though. So yeah, we are on the slower tyre, but we need to maintain this to at least lap 6. Giving him space on the outside there. Like I say, there's no point fighting because we're on the medium tyre. But I know the softs will go, so we'll get the places back as long as they're on the softs. If not, we're just a lot slower than some cars. Not all, just some. taking the corner very wide. We are going to have to run on him out of the exit. Our fastest lap of the race so far. And back up to 8th. He got the better exit. So wary of him punching us there. He's going to barge his way past though, isn't he? Cars gone off ahead of us. Several cars went off and one's got a penalty for that, so there's obviously caused a few issues there. Just a little touch of gravel there, managed to keep it together. Yeah, he decided he was coming through no matter what then. We're okay, up to 8th place. Sixth does have a penalty. Tyres aren't doing too badly, we're on lap 4. A couple more laps and then we'll do the pits. One car's already in and they started on the softs. Ah, 7th is going in. It's not a bad thing because he barged his way past, to be honest. See how many positions we can gain now. And they were all on softs. And they've done 4 laps. So yeah, I'm thinking end of lap 6 is what thinking is. Brake allow for tyre wear. Not as nice as we have done that corner. 5th has got a penalty as well though. So yeah, end of lap 6 is one we're pitting on. Tyre wear is causing an issue on some corners now. If they've managed to get to lap 4, I can't go in at the end of this lap. He was coming past no matter what. If you're going to make moves, just make them and don't touch. That's the thing, there's no reason to touch cars. If your move isn't there, the move isn't there. That's the thing. So we've got to brake a little bit earlier now because of tyre wear. We've got one more lap after this one and then we'll go onto the softs. I can't go, I want to go this lap, but I know they won't last till the end if I'm not careful. They're used to having a good old battle between them in front. But yeah, it's got to be end of lap 6. It's got to be a penalty for 5th, surely. He's going to pit anyway. Yeah, he got the penalty. I don't know where the pit stop's going to put us down to. And it's going to depend on who else is still due to pit. But I haven't got a choice, but then we will be on the faster tyre. Our fastest coming is a 210. Definitely feel the tyres going now. I want a top 10 finish after all this. You know, we've done really well so far. I want a top 10 finish. Extremely disappointed not to. Definitely feel the tyres have gone. But we've stretched them out just enough, I think. I'm going to touch the gravel though, that's not good. I'm going to get back on the track without causing myself a mischief. Just managed, I'm with dirty tyres though. Car coming up the outside inside, I don't know what you'd call it there. It's okay, we're pitting anyway, we're okay. Probably one lap too many for these tyres, but at the same time I want the softs to last. A little bit of punt from behind there. He's going to ram us off just to get past, he didn't care. I'm hoping these all need to pit still, that would do us a massive favour. First is now pitting, he was on his softs, he stretched them out massively. Went to turn in, couldn't. Yeah, he definitely stretched his tyres out in first place. We're gonna soft. Right. Gotta do this to the end now. I don't know how low we're gonna drop down. Hoping other people pit ahead of us, and that's gonna help. We're not refueling. Charge for the top 10 now. And we're going to get punted from behind straight away. That's not going to do our tyres any good. We're also on cold tyres, but fresh tyres. We're in 12th place. So we've got a few places to make up. We don't know who else has still got left to pit, obviously. But the charge is now on. Couple of cars of penalties now. It's going to bring them back towards us. Already up to 11th. Do need cars ahead of us to pit. You're looking about, it's quite a long pit stop to be honest. 20-30 seconds. Another car of a penalty there. Definitely not going to finish first, considering that, even though that's the number on the door. That's okay. Just want the points, and even now it's a good points finish. Car behind pitting there. Probably could have braked a little bit earlier there because of the slipstream. It's a long place to be battling someone, admittedly. And I fully expect him not to be aware I'm here. We should have a better run out of the corner though, just by holding it there without braking. We have taken 10th position. I'm wary of the punt though. Ninth has got a penalty as well, so I'm hoping It's going to bring us a little bit more back towards us. Still hoping people ahead have got still pit. That will help massively. Early on the power because with new tyres I can. It's lovely being on fresh softs. We are chasing down 9th at this point. We're 10th place, so even better. That's the top 10, which is what we wanted. A little bit deep into the corner there though. We'll hold it, but it's going to give us a bad line into this one. Got a bit of a gap to the car ahead. We're going to get a penalty for ignoring track limits. Can't believe that. So we've now got to work a little bit harder then. Just keep the car behind us away. How has he made his softs last that long? That's impossible, surely. Two laps to go. We're in 9th currently. We have got a penalty to take this lap for track limits. I didn't think we did anything wrong, but we've got the penalty, so we're going to have to serve it. 8th place is just up the road. Although we are going to lose them the minute we serve the penalty. We've taken that corner massively wrong there. Nothing we can do at that point. So we're going to lose a bit of time to the car behind. He's going to gain on us. Through our mistakes. I want a top 10. We can't lose a top 10 now. Softs already starting to go. They're not lasting at all. He's right on our tail now, and he's just going to punt us. How would you not know we're there? Idiot. That screwed the top 10 up. He just went straight into the back of us. You know, I can't believe the Spanish guy did that. There's no need for it. You could see we were there. Just a complete idiot. Right. Still trying to get top 10, so we're hoping people still got a pit and they've left it to last minute. Yeah, it's going to be tough, but we've got to do it. 10th does seem a lot slower than us. Unless his tyres have already gone. Right, we're still going past them, that's the thing. Hope people haven't taken their pits, that'd be even better. But last lap now, still want that top 10 finish, it's all to play for. Admittedly it wasn't helped by the Spanish guy in 9th hitting us, but you know, we can still do this. We're going to lose another position I think there to another Spanish guy. Not overly worried at this point. Just got to try and hold it together. 12th is still better than 16th. We're still going to gain points. It's just we were on for top 10 until we got punted off. It's frustrating. That's the only way people can actually do well, is by hitting other people. As I say, I do give people space, but I don't think the moves there, I move out of the way. I'm moaning for no reason. You know, it's still been a good race. We've done okay. I think the medium stint was good. think they didn't last as long as I wanted them to, but then that's the car more than anything else, and my driving. We got up to about 6th or 5th at one point, so you know, there's always things you can improve on. Car's gone off there, so we're gonna gain a position there. He unghosted in front of me, so we're gonna gain 11th. Hoping people didn't do the pits, that would be funny. We have gained 10th. We gained 7th. People didn't pit. Yep. Why did you not pit? I'm pretty sure the Spanish guy who hit me didn't pit. Or he was in the Lancer. I'm not sure. But 7th place finish. I'm hoping we don't lose too much driver rating. I think we might do a little bit. We gained a lot of positions though. Highest placed British driver in this race by the looks of it as well. So a big difference to the first race where we finished 16th. So yeah, very, very happy. Just let it all be confirmed at this point. There we go, 7th place. How many points will that give us? 21 points. Nice. 9 positions raised. Couldn't ask for much better. Should have been a little bit higher, I think. But yeah, pretty happy with that. So my fastest lap was a 2:10, which is poor compared to the drivers around me. Really and truly. I've kept my C, I've kept my S has gone up. It's good. Yeah, poor fastest lap compared to others. Look, the 206s, 207s, 208s. We were poor. I think, yeah, one of the slowest, not the slowest, one of the slowest though. But I'll take the points. 21, that's my highest yet. So yeah, very happy. Very, very happy with that. So my points, 2 rounds is 30. So yeah, that's showing my highest score yet, 21. Admittedly, some of that is because obviously I'm also in C rating, whereas the other races previously were D. But the top 2, I think it's the top 3 rounds once out of the last 4, so there is a chance of doing quite well. I don't think it's going to show us any other rankings at this point. Oh, it's at round 5. It doesn't include this one, does it? Because it won't have calculated yet. But yeah, pretty happy with that. I think this was a very good race. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do manufacturer's race tomorrow. I've only managed the first race, to be honest, which is annoying. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to manage it or not. I don't know the circuit either, to be fair. Or did I look at this and decide I wasn't particularly happy? Let's have a quick look. I know I looked at this and saw it's nearly a 4-minute a lap. Although there's a... yeah, no one car is the best. But yeah, I looked at it, nearly 4 minutes a lap and thought, really? I weren't keen. And I knew I need to get back in the manufacturer, especially since I'm using the actual Aston Martins. But there we go. So 16th in the first race, and then a shocker in daily race as a warm-up as well. And then we will take a 7th place finish through. Our best, highest and finish we've ever done. We gained driver rating as well. We gained about 600 by the end of it, and we gained some driver rate, some safety rating. So we did really well. Very, very happy with that. So we're about just under halfway through to through C to B. I don't expect to be in B anytime soon, to be honest. But you never know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the race. Like I say, I'm not sure about the Manufacturers' Cup tomorrow. And looking to the rest of the week, I then start nights. So chances of another video this week, small. I will have a look to see what I haven't put on that I've recorded previously from other games. But yeah, this might be it until next week by the looks of things. I finish nights, Tuesday morning. So daily races won't be till Wednesday, Tuesday night, Wednesday. Although if actually, I better have a quick look at that. Is it Tuesday night Nations Cup again next week? Because in theory that could be my next. So where are we now? We are Tuesday the 12th. We'll miss Saturday, Tuesday 19th. Roadster touring car. It's going to be interesting with a British car, isn't it? Blue Moon Space Speedway. I like the Blue Moon Space Speedway as well. Yeah, I need to look at that and see what I can do. I'm going to hopefully then next Tuesday, maybe my next upload, which will be a live stream again. As for now, thank you for watching. If you get a chance, have a look at my other videos. Drop a subscription. I don't like saying that, but I know everyone does. But yeah, thank you again, and hope to see you all again soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.